Okay, welcome to session 1. This is a short introduction to the BioVeL portal that runs on EGI resources. So I will show you quickly a guide through the portal and the functionalities behind it, and afterwards we will go into the next session where we will show you an in silico experiment. So first you have to log on to the portal if you're registered. So for that purpose I have logged out now. Here's the login credentials you have to put in when you're registered, and then you get signed on to the portal and you have access to the workflows, and specifically you will have access to your own workflow runs and logs. So you can see your old runs here. There's no runs performed by me now, but here you can see other runs and share them with other people in the future. So let's start initiating one run. This is an ecological experiment about potential species distribution patterns under climate change. So you can choose an existing workflow here, and if you want to know more about the workflow, you just click on it and it will give you more detailed information. It tells you what the workflow does, and it gives you also links to more background information. Here you get onto the wiki that gives you all the information about what the workflow does, where it is deposited, and bioinformatics that is performed by the workflow, technical specifications, description of input file formats, example data, as well as a tutorial that you can use to run a scientific use case. You can also see the input and output specifications. You have example data that you can use if you don't have your own data, and you see runs that have been related to that one. Okay, so you can download the workflow and run it in the Taverna environment, but here we're starting to initiate the run now, and for that you have to specify first a name. You can always change the name afterwards, so we just call it my test run number 3. You have to specify an input file. So in this case, this default input file has data on a species distribution of a small crustacean that lives in the water. But we want to provide our own data, so we're uploading our own data. Here you can see a file. Input file, that's a typical input file that you can see here. It has 4 different columns: the species name, latitude, longitude, and occurrence identification. That's what we are uploading now, and then we start the experiment. So the workflow is initiated, and it is now, the status is always shown here. It's running, and we should soon come to the first interaction, and I break the session 1 now, and that's the end.